Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning. This is what it looks like after moving all day the day before. I am physically hurting. My husband is physically hurting. This is not fun. Okay, so I misspoke when I said you might not get a video on Sunday. What I meant was Monday, but as it turns out, I'm doing one today, but you might not get one on Tuesday because I'm having trouble walking. I'm not kidding. This is ridiculous. Anyway, we have a lot to cover today. Some more stories now are starting to come out, and let's just get there. If you hear me moaning a little, that would be because I tried to move in my chair. And I'm in pain. We're starting off this morning with this first picture sent to me by my follower, Celine Malloy. I hope I say that right. This is from Northern Ireland. This picture is dark hedges. Apparently, the trees were planted over 200 years ago by the Stewart family to line the road up to their stately home to impress visitors. I'm impressed. This next photo was taken by a follower of mine named Karen, and these are photos from Manhattan's Upper West Side, taken just a couple days ago off the pier at West 70th Street. Love it. Next up, this is a picture of a lagoon in a small fishing town on the coast of Western Australia. Thank you to Jen Robinson for this photo. Lastly, we have this beautiful photo taken in Western Australia. The follower asked me to let her remain anonymous, so I will, and it is a beautiful photo. Thank you for sending it. All right, we're really going to start this morning with these photos sent to me from Wimbledon of 2016. Apparently, when these photos were taken, Serena captured it, quote, "Okay, so I'm in the in crowd now. I'm with royalty," close quote. Very interesting, since supposedly she and Meghan were long-term friends at this time. All right, quick update to the story I told you about with Bethany Frankel. It looks like the A-lister, or the rumor going around that the very big A-lister who called her and told her she should have sympathy for Harry and Meghan is none other than, drumroll please, Oprah Winfrey. Does that shock anybody? Because yeah. All right, here we go on to the stories for today. Now, I'd already reported to you that Harry and Meghan were back in the UK, and they were seen in the car. He's driving. They're smiling. They don't look like they're in any danger of any kind. Everybody looks perfectly fine and happy, and they apparently went to stay in Frogmore. Now, as William and Catherine are on the Windsor estate, while Harry and Meghan are on the Windsor estate, of course, there's a great amount of security. There's a no-fly zone going on. Apparently, if you're in that area, you're supposed to go through, I'm not kidding, metal detectors, it's crazy. So while they're in the UK, they've got security at Frogmore Cottage. Now, you guys remember Frogmore. Frogmore is that little tiny cottage that Harry and Meghan are living in that's so small they can't even stand up straight in it. Seriously, you guys, look at that house that they was gifted to them and they were complaining about it. I can't. Anyway, William is apparently only 380 feet away or something, they're saying, but will they meet? Absolutely not. Can anybody blame William for that? Absolutely not. All right. And it is being reported that while they may have security at the house, they will not have security during their, trips to Manchester and the other places they're going because they're not on royal duty. They're not working for the Queen. I guarantee you they brought their own people. Who here believes that they brought their own security detail, their own camera crew, and themselves all commercial? I don't. And just so you know, the stories are coming out. They flew commercial and they put up this photo. But just so you know, this has already been debunked. This picture is from 2019. And I want to add, I have a sneaking suspicion in the back of my brain that all that security is more like them being surveilled. It's high surveillance instead of security. All right, going on. I digressed. Going back to the whole security thing, because of Meghan's remarks in the Cut magazine, there's been so much backlash to it that there's been changes made. Security has been increased at each event following the backlash to what Meghan said. Harry and Meghan's quote-unquote team have to improve the invited press. In other words, yes, the only press that's allowed to be there is press that was invited. Therefore, the coverage should be favorable, and nobody can be credentialed to be approved, to be invited unless the couple's people approve them. You know how that goes. They're trying to control everything. Now, it has been confirmed in this article that nobody, none of the senior people, not William, not Kate, not Queen, not Charles, nobody is willing to meet them. Not that they could reach out if they wanted to, because Neil Sean is reporting that Harry has changed his phone number and has not given it to his dad or anybody else. So there you go. They are saying that the Netflix cameras are definitely going to be in tow since they were banned at the Platinum Jubilee. They're definitely bringing the production crew with them to Germany and England. I mean, we know what this is all about. This is all about content for Netflix. That's all. By the way, just as an FYI, One Young World, where Meghan is supposed to be giving the keynote address or speech, doesn't even have her listed on their website. Something weird is going on there. Now, one more thing I want to throw in here, because a lot of Harry and Meghan's fans keep trashing Charles, but you guys should know that Charles invited Harry and Meghan to go and stay with him ahead of the UK trip this week. Full security, because obviously he's the next king, so they would have had full security, the whole bit, and they refused. They would not go and stay with him. And then Meghan went and made those horrible comments about him, and he's just been cut to the core. So, yeah. All right, next up, I remember telling you guys yesterday that the Queen missed the Highland Games, which is one of her favorite things, but apparently she watched it from her armchair at Balmoral. Apparently they live streamed it for the first time. Now, I don't know if they did that just for the Queen, but she apparently loved it. Now, Prince Charles, who we know is the patron of the Royal Scottish Highland Games Association, attended in her place with Camilla and Princess Anne, and of course, Anne's husband. I showed you those photos yesterday. Now, the gathering went on hold for 3 years due to COVID. It came back. We know that there's field, track, there's bagpipe music, there's Highland dancing events. That's one of those things that, I would love to attend. I think it would be really cool. And I had no idea it was live streamed, because had I known that, believe me, somehow, some way, I would have figured out how to watch that. I'm telling you. All right, let's move on. And congratulations, by the way, to Pipe Major Peter Grant. They were the winners of the prestigious Pipe Band Shield at the gathering yesterday. The trophy is presented by by Charles. I just don't want to say that name wrong. So congratulations. All right, one more story before we call it for today. This really is going to be a short video, but this headline kind of got me, because it said, are William and Kate about to steal Harry and Meghan's U.S. crown? No, they're not stealing the crown. Harry and Meghan never had the crown. America has always been in love with William and Catherine. The two of them have never put a foot wrong. Now, we all know that William will be heading to New York at the end of the month. He is going to the United Nations, but unlike Harry, who went when the United Nations wasn't in session, they will be in session. He's also meeting the city's former mayor and billionaire philanthropist Mike Bloomberg to help promote the Earthshot Prize, which we all know is the annual award for solutions tackling climate change. This will be his first time to the city since 2014. Now, in the meantime, a poll was done that shows that Catherine is more than twice as popular with the American public as Meghan. Does anybody think that might have something to do with the fact that all Meghan does is whine and cry and scream about what a rotten deal she was been dealt while she's living in her mansion and flying around on private jets? I mean, people are like over it. The New York Post called Meghan a spoiled princess, a toddler in a tiara. The Washington Post said that the only way for the Sussexes to build a truly new life and have a wider impact is to stop making themselves the center of the story. But we all know that they can't help that. Meghan's whole thing is the victim mentality, but after a while, it gets old, you know? Okay, one more little story that popped up that I just thought was really cute. So William and Catherine, we know, have moved to the cottage on Windsor because they're expecting the kids to start school, and they got a brick-tastic housewarming gift. Legoland! Can you believe that? Legoland built a miniature, castle, and it shows them relocating to the home with the Legos. How funny is that? It's got Catherine, William, the 3 kids, the family, dog, and they also have a member of the Queen's Guard standing in the castle doorway with a black Lego bearskin cap and classic red uniform. How cool is that? All right, just to end this video, I have to put up this tweet from Meghan's role just because I just think it's hilarious. You know, Trevor was divorced by Meghan. She sent her rings back in the mail. And Trevor ended up marrying Tracy Kirkland, who's worth $300 million. And Meghan ended up marrying Harry, who 10 million I think is wrong. It's probably 30 or 40 million. But who do you think really got the last laugh there? Yep. All right, you guys, so we're in the apartment. I want you to know that the cats and Finn, everybody made it safely. There may not be a video on Tuesday. I'm really hurting. I'm in a lot of pain. I don't know that I'm going to move out of bed in the next few days to even do a video. So if I'm feeling better and I'm able to get this under control, I'm about to go soak in a nice hot tub for an extended period of time, and hopefully that will help. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to double check if you've already hit the button. Don't forget to leave your comments. Don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter, Getter, Rumble. Don't forget you can email me for those who have donated to my coffee fund. And for those of you who have sent money and specifically asked that I buy something nice for Finn, don't you worry, because I'm going to do that for him, especially now that we're in a much smaller space. He needs stuff to keep him, occupied. As always, you guys, have a great day.